acting overconfident and messing with animals. But what happens when these beasts fight back? From llamas spitting in women's faces to deer crashing into salons, here are 60 times entitled Karen's Regretted Messing with the Wrong Animals. Sometimes, even your own animals can betray you. This shepherd lady, for instance, is just walking along the road with her sheep when a car pulls up and ruins everything. But while it's understandable for the sheep to get scared and ram into her by accident, there's something else going on too. Because as it turns out, the sheep really don't like her. In India, a woman walks up to a monkey at the temple and tries to feed it. But little does she know that she's landed herself in big trouble. The monkey's perfectly happy to eat from her hand as long as she's paying attention. But the second she turns to talk and tries to pull away, it all goes wrong. And that, folks, is why you don't mess with monkeys. In November 2020, 2 women were kayaking off the coast of Avila Beach, watching whales about 30 feet away from them, when they realized they'd made a big mistake.
Nobody could get me to do it. It's her. It's just me and her. I'm in the front and Julie's in the back.
I just saw the fish. They're too close, and all of a sudden I lifted up and I was in the water.
They saw the whale approach them, but rather than taking evasive action, they thought pushing the whale out of the way would be a good idea. And well, that cost them. The woman received a bite to her arm from the horse, before initially crouching down on the floor in pain before completely fainting. Tourists take way too many liberties when it comes to animals. This woman, for instance, ignored the warning signs and thought she could simply waltz in and take a photo with the King's Guard's horse. Tourists are told not to approach these horses, yet she went for it anyway and had to pay dearly. She had it so bad that she crouched down in pain and fainted.
Oh shit, it's not funny anymore. Do you want to call someone?
Speaking of women getting too close to animals, this reporter was talking to the camera right next to a camel enclosure when the big guy decided he'd heard enough of her.
Hanover Animal Control, they're still looking for the other 2. Meanwhile, other livestock owners...
No! Get it out!
The camel tasting her coat should have been enough of a warning sign, but she stayed there and had to pay the price.
Were you rolling on that?
Yes, I was. I will look at that when I get back to the station.
I can't get... No. Why are you eating my...
If standing too close to animals was bad, this reporter took it to a different level by standing inside the pen while talking. And to no one's surprise, it didn't end well for her.
Manatee County Fair, Linda Carson, ABC 7, would you not eat my pants? Ah!
At least she was a good sport about it. What she didn't realize, though, was that the goat was not done with its attack just yet.
Oh, I got it.
Ah! No! That'll probably be the close.
At a drive-through feeding park, an eager llama approaches an old woman who thinks the animal likes her and wants to be fed. But in reality, there's something else at play here.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's what you really want. I know. I know. What's with those?
It's all fun and games as the woman pets the llama and has the time of her life doing it. However, she's not ready for what's about to happen next.
Bite me, aren't you? Don't you do it. They do spit, and he just did. They do spit, and then, out. Come on, get out of here.
Sometimes even calm animals can be real menaces. This woman, for instance, thought she could pet the resting cow. After all, what's the harm in that? That said, she's right to be nervous about petting the cow because, as it turns out, the beast doesn't want to be disturbed while it rests.
Ui! Nossa Senhora! Cortou a testa dela. Segura, Edson.
July 26th, 2022. A woman in Honolulu ignored all guidelines and decided to jump in the water right next to a nursing Hawaiian monk seal, which was a bad idea to no one's surprise. Tourists are told to stay at least 150 feet away from seals in the area, yet she had to break the rules and ruin everyone's day.
Gino!
She spent several minutes in the water before being rescued eventually. I was watching my best friend's cat, and 1 second she's all lovey, and the next I'm getting beat up. In 2022, a woman was playing her best friend's cat, but as soon as she turned on the camera to record it, the cat turned against her and decided that was enough.
Why are you yelling at me now? Meow! It's the second I get a...
Oh. Okay.
Now, it's not uncommon for cats to suddenly attack someone, especially if they value their personal space. This cat, however, was extra vicious.
Oh, her nail is in my face. It's like the second I get a camera on her. She was sitting with me for 10 minutes.
Lesson learned. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why you shouldn't approach elephants in the wild. This tourist, however, has other ideas as she excitedly walks up to one to pet it.
Даш, не подходи, может, ему это не нравится.
She thinks she's safe because it's a baby elephant that can't harm her. But the reality is that even little elephants can be incredibly dangerous if they're disturbed. In April 2016, a woman was preparing to snowboard off a mountain in Japan. However, she was so engrossed in her adventure that she forgot to check her surroundings. The woman started snowboarding while singing, completely unaware of the massive bear behind her. But was she about to find out the hard way? In July 2024, a live streamer went viral on social media for all the wrong reasons because she made the mistake of trying food outside with birds lurking in the distance.
I mean, it's not bad, I guess.
One moment she had a burger in her hand, and the next thing you knew, the birds were all over it, picking up the pieces as she watched in sheer horror.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, thank you.
And that, folks, is why you don't eat around hungry seagulls. Despite their cute appearance, dolphins are the apex predators of the sea and are more dangerous than people think. So when these tourists decided to jump into a dolphin enclosure, they were up for a rude awakening. That said, while it looks like the dolphin attacked the girl, it's just swimming by and the girl gets in its way. After all, if it wanted to attack, things would have been much worse.
Что такое?
The following footage comes from Brazil, where a goat decided to walk into a neighborhood and wreak havoc. Seriously, no one was safe from this menace.
Oh,
The woman kept trying to act nonchalant and walked away from the goat, but she'd made a big mistake because goats don't like it when people turn their backs on them. Continuing the theme of tourists getting way too comfortable with animals in the wild, this woman has just spotted a peacock and thinks it's a good idea to take a picture with it. What she doesn't realize, though, is that while peacocks look stunning, they're equally dangerous and can attack you before you get the chance to react. Some tourists want to land themselves in trouble. This girl, for instance, is trying to approach and antagonize a llama. After all, surely it can't spit farther than a couple of feet, right?
You think it'll spit if I throw this at it?
The llama has not harmed the girl, yet she continues to invade its space and get a reaction. And well, it's fair to say whatever happens after this, she has it coming.
Heard it.
Speaking of treating animals unfairly, this poor bear is a showpiece for the spectators around it. But while it looks cute, it doesn't take kindly to rude strangers approaching it. The woman waltzes in like she owns the place, startles the poor bear, and causes it to freak out, which is not an unwarranted reaction from the beast. Here's another example of someone riling up an animal for entertainment, as a girl climbs into a sheep's pen and tries to get its attention.
Dad, don't distract him. Dad, you're distracting.
You watch, Mum. You watch. Go, come on, go, Pinky.
Little does she know she's playing with fire, because once a sheep turns against you, it's very hard to outrun it. But again, she deserves what's about to happen.
Go, sheep, go!
Monkeys aren't meant to be kept as pets, yet some people do it anyway. This woman, for instance, owns a capuchin monkey and is in for a reality check when she realizes these animals don't like being controlled. The monkey is distressed during the bath, which she claims is only because of her hair color change. But there's more to the story, and she's about to find out the hard way. We've already seen llamas being absolute menaces, and this one's no different because even though the woman's feeding it, the beast doesn't like sharing.
Can you hear him growling, like the little noises and make it? Hey, come here, little one, little one. You get one right here. Here you go. You go right here.
The llama keeps losing patience as it waits for the woman to feed it, and while she thinks it's all fun and games, it's anything but for the llama who's had enough of her.
Do you spit on you?
In October 2022, a woman was about to go to work when she was stopped by an unwanted visitor right outside her door. But to make matters worse, her dogs got involved too.
Back up. One baby bear. Baby!
The situation was already bad enough, with her dogs running into the deer, but she attacked it, and after that, it was pure chaos. It doesn't take a genius to figure out why you shouldn't jump into a ram's pen. Yet some people do it anyway, only to regret it within seconds. There's no escaping once the ram has its eyes on the woman, and even though she tries to circle it, there's only one outcome here. In 2022, a woman in Russia was returning home when she spotted a bear blocking its path. But while she thought she could sneak past the beast, she had no escape.
Иди отсюда, косолапый. Не надо. Давай разойдемся.
Even small bears can be incredibly dangerous, so she knew this was a life or death situation for her. And if she wasn't careful, things could end badly for her.
Иди отсюда, хозяин леса. Ты хозяин леса. А это дорога. Давай разменемся.
Bison are some of the deadliest animals in the wild, and going towards one is a recipe for disaster. So, when a woman at Yellowstone tried to get close for a photo, she was in for a rude awakening. She thought she was dead once she fell over, especially with the bison right on top. All she could do was pray for the bison to spare her life. Witness the stuff of nightmares as a woman goes for a pee, only to get up and realize there's a massive yellow rat snake in the toilet.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I just peed! There's a snake in there!
The snake slithering inside the toilet was terrifying, but it didn't attack her. It is an absolute miracle.
I peed! I just peed! I just peed! I just peed! Baby, I just peed! Look how big he is!
Some animals might be able to sense fear because when this sheep saw that a girl was terrified, it made sure to make her life miserable.
Normal please! Just grab him around the neck. Okay, look here. Normal!
She makes a big mistake though, because not only does she turn her back on the sheep, she tries to push it away with her shoes. And the sheep, well, it doesn't like that one bit.
Okay, there, rub it. Stroke him. Okay. Mom! Stop!
The following footage comes from a village in India, where a dangerous visitor approached a woman in the field while asleep.
Hey, what about
The cobra slithered up her body without waking her up, and knowing how dangerous these creatures can be, she'd be lucky if she got out of this unscathed. It turns out that camels really love eating hair because when this girl approached one at a farm, she had no idea what she was signing up for.
I want that back. Thank you. Ow. Okay, I just want. I think.
To be fair, most people would have freaked out in this situation. The girl, however, knew she'd make things worse by trying to pull away.
Okay, I need to go now.
Some people need a dose of karma to learn their lesson. This woman, for instance, thought it was okay to raid all the candy left outside for kids on Halloween. But luckily a dog came to the rescue. She'd been going around the neighborhood hoarding all the candy, so she got a much-needed reality check when the dog sensed her bad energy and stepped in. The following video comes from Missouri, where many kids visit a farm to see all the animals, except that they don't realize what they've just signed up for.
Oh, look at the llama. Say llama, llama, red pajama.
While most animals are tame, especially behind the gate, the same can't be said for the llamas. After all, they do love to spit on people's faces.
What do you mean, you always loved llamas? Oh!
Most cats don't like being told what to do, and this one's no different because when a judge tries to spin it around during a cat show, it fights back.
This one has what they call a locket on the chest. Oh, no, we're gonna
The cat is clearly unhappy with the situation, and the judge has no idea how to handle the situation. But this is just the start, and things are about to get much more violent.
Owner. I need the owner.
Despite their stubby appearance, corgis are great herding dogs. However, that doesn't mean you can just walk in and interrupt them. The corgi does a great job herding the sheep around, but the woman's in its way. And well, you could probably guess what's about to happen next. In another case of a tourist getting too comfortable with an animal, this woman walks up to a camel and tries taking a selfie with it, which ends in regret. We've already seen camels chew on people's hair, but this woman makes the mistake of thinking she's safe because of her hat. Never underestimate a camel. Handling snakes is not child's play, because sometimes you must remain calm even when things go wrong. The snake has its fangs deep inside the woman's finger, yet she remains calm, knowing that her reaction will only worsen things.
Lift up on his...
No, you can't, because his fangs are deep in my finger. He's probably terrified, so he struck at me because he...
Geese are some of the most erratic birds in the wild, but this woman doesn't seem to realize that as she walks up to a pond to film them.
With me.
The woman should run once she spots the goose coming at her, but she doesn't heed its warning, which, in hindsight, is a big mistake.
Oh, hail! Oh, hail! Oh, fuck! Oh, shit, you motherfucker!
In October 2019, customers were busy getting their haircuts at a New York salon when they had the most bizarre experience. Not only did a deer burst in through the window, but it went to the break room and smeared the walls with blood before returning to the shop. Tourists and their obsession with getting photos of animals up close. It never gets old and never ends well, which was also the case for this woman. She thought she could drop some food and get a closer look at the ostrich, but the big bird had none of it and wanted all the food.
It's on the ground, it's on the ground. Get it out, it's on the ground. Go!
Sometimes, even cute little animals can turn into big troublemakers. This woman, for instance, thought she was having a bonding moment with monkeys in Gibraltar.
Big fish. Let me have it. Yeah.
But while the little guys didn't look aggressive, she failed to consider one thing. It doesn't take much for these animals to turn against you. In August 2024, famous live streamer Pokimane visited an animal sanctuary to bond with the animals there. But little did she know that the goats did not like her.
Your horns wet. No, Vito! Holy shit! That's a fucking cook!
Wait, what just happened? I missed. Sorry. Okay, but her head.
She had no idea what she was signing up for. And now that angry goats were swarming her, there was no way out for her either.
Under control! Alright, we're gonna get out now of the goat enclosure. Oh my god!
Are you good? Please, let's get that going.
November 30th, 2013, a woman saw her dog barking at a stray cat outside her house. So she decided to go out and deal with it herself. She made one big mistake though. Rather than gently trying to get the cat away, she kicked snow at the cat's face. Which was never gonna end well, was it? The following video comes from a pumpkin patch in Kentucky, where families gather to see animals. But there's an issue. One of the camels does not want people near it. The camel's getting angrier by the second as more people approach it. So much so that by the time a woman gets close, it loses control.
Connor and Jack, back up. Connor and Jack, back up. Sorry.
Like most other animals, lizards also don't like being wrangled. But this woman does not want one roaming near her house.
I'm gonna wrangle.
She's lucky the lizard doesn't turn around and attack her instantly. But the woman doesn't learn. And instead of leaving it alone, she tries pulling it out and makes a total mess of it. At a petting safari in Tennessee, some tourists try feeding animals when their adventure is interrupted by a group of very eager emus.
Just one eye. Seriously, get out of my lap. But how do I get out? I can't. Okay, go. No, I can't. I'm trying to drive. Okay, stop.
Emus are the closest looking thing to a modern-day dinosaur, so it's understandable why the girl is terrified. But the bird doesn't care about her feelings. It only wants food.
Eat the food. Eat the food. Eat the food. Look how nice the camel is. Okay, bye.
Pit bulls can be incredibly dangerous, especially if they're not trained properly. This one, for instance, is supposed to be a service dog, but it's not acting like one.
That's unnecessary.
The dog loses its temper after being petted in a coffee shop, so much so that the owner's struggling to keep it from attacking the woman.
I don't either, so I understand.
In 2019, a video of a woman who bought live crabs from a supermarket and tried to steam them went viral on social media. It's not every day you get into a fight with your dinner, but this woman sure did. Let's hope she remembers to boil the crabs next time. Sometimes people do reckless things despite knowing the consequences. This llama, for instance, is not okay with the woman approaching it, yet she does it anyway.
Look at how she's acting.
She's bracing for the llama to spit on her, but doesn't move out of the way, almost as if she wants it. And well, the llama will certainly grant her wish.
Probably thinks you got some food, maybe. Oh, yeah, I got that. Yeah.
In the Bahamas, a woman spots some iguanas on the beach and decides to feed them, despite clear warnings stopping tourists from doing so.
You get it?
Iguanas have strong jaws and razor-sharp teeth, making them very dangerous. So this woman's playing with fire here and about to find out why.
I told you, you should know better by now.
In 2019, a singer posted a video reacting to some music on her channel when her cat decided to join her. Little did she know, however, that her pet wasn't there for snuggles.
So on the next video, let me know in the comments below, what did you think about this? My cat is, you see? The rabbit is doing the rabbit. That's what he does. Stop.
In classic cat fashion, the little monster made an enemy out of her hand and just would not let go.
Go away. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go before he kills me.
In May 2021, a crazy woman at El Paso Zoo in Texas jumped into an animal enclosure and started feeding Cheetos to the monkeys inside. Not only was the woman putting herself at risk of being attacked, but she was also putting the monkeys in danger, especially during the height of the pandemic. Thankfully, the zoo sued her for her reckless behavior. In 2010, a reporter thought it'd be great to do a segment about ostrich eggs while holding one next to the big birds.
Oh, you're starting to look worried, am I? Yeah. By injecting an ostrich egg like this.
To no one's surprise, it didn't go well. If anything, the ostriches made sure she never got a single good take.
By injecting an ostrich egg like this, the scientists hope the baby chicken side will take on all the characteristics of a moa.
Some people really don't train their dogs well. This pocket bully, for instance, breaks free from its owner and heads for an unsuspecting horse rider.
All right, Alf.
The owner has no control over the dog as it tries to maul the poor horse.
Steady now, steady now, steady now.
A woman tries to feed some sheep at a zoo in Australia but fails to consider that these animals are not patient and won't form a line for her.
Hey. Quick, get the bag!
Once you lose the bag with the food, it's a lost cause, but the woman keeps trying to wrangle it away from the sheep, which only worsens it.
Run! Put the bag down!
Much like people, animals can throw a tantrum as well. This ostrich, for instance, is not having a great day, and it's gonna make sure everyone else suffers too. The big bird keeps having a go at its owner, and the situation's so bad that it's only a matter of time before it attacks.
Ja, natuurlijk. Kom, ga nu weg, verdorie.
This woman thought she'd be in for a fun adventure when she signed up for a wildlife safari, but then she met an angry giraffe. Despite their lanky appearance, giraffes are incredibly quick, so these tourists are in real danger. The following footage comes from India, where some aggressive stray dogs hound a woman on her journey home from college. But while this is already bad, the situation worsens when she stumbles to the ground. And with no one else around, she could be in trouble here. Witness a stunning incident from Mongolia as a video crew tried to bait a golden eagle to film it, except that things didn't go as smoothly as they'd hoped. With the eagle swooping in, the woman didn't have time to react, and by the time she realized it wasn't heading for the bait, in June 2023, a Southern California woman was standing in front of her home when suddenly, a swarm of bees appeared out of nowhere and surrounded her.
And she staggered to where her car is. She fell to the ground. The bees just were relentless, and
she had no idea what was happening as the bees continued to sting her for no reason. In total, she got stung over 100 times.
They were attacking everyone that was in the neighborhood.
A life or death encounter with bees, and lots of them. Video shows this Marietta resident, who neighbors identify as Linda, aimless.
A vacation to the Bahamas sounds like a wonderful time, unless you're this woman, because she had the most bizarre experience on the beach. Out of all the animals she could have met, she got chased by a pig who wouldn't let her go. August 7th, 2018. People at a Colorado restaurant were having a great time with another customer's dog, until it decided to attack someone. Things got dark when the dog bit the woman's face. But while everyone was checking to see if she was okay, the dog's owners were plotting their escape.